Hey there, beautiful souls. Just Intuitive Angel Healer here with your grounded guide to the spiritually awakened survivors of the toxic shadows. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and updated podcast channel, Spoken Like an Angel, Enlightenment for Survivors, where my prophetic words are meant to help stimulate so you can raise your vibe and elevate. Thank you so much for being here today. Today is a very special angelic transmission day. It is August 8th, 2023. And for those of you out there who are aware and those of you who aren't, is also the Lionsgate Portal. And today I want to go into a little bit about what it is. I'm newer to it. I know the basics of it because it goes along with astrology. And when I had my spiritual awakening, all my gifts came back, right? So I learned energy healing, I learned Reiki, I learned mediumship, and I had to learn about this whole spiritual awakening thing. So my brain was on overdrive when I first started in 2018, and it was crazy because I remember you get these teacher guides around you, and I had a lot of teacher guides. I knew when they showed up because I would go to the library and check out like 20 books, and I'm not a reader like that. I haven't read since probably middle school. And when I went on the spiritual awakening, I definitely was reading everything. And I'm very self-taught because I'm noticing all these gifts I've had, and my higher self knows how to use them, but my human self doesn't know how to use them. And the trauma has also affected my confidence level of feeling good enough about yourself. And when you're a victim of trauma, ends up rewiring your brain. So it's not something you can just forget about and let go of. And people pleasing is actually a thing that you have to be aware that you're doing. Unfortunately, that's why it's not fun to be a victim of the toxic shadows, because you get put in this space that makes no sense, and it's because it's created by somebody who's devious and had bad intentions for you. But don't beat yourself up, because I was very, very severely abused mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually when I was in the toxic shadows, when I was around narcissists and toxic people. And now I'm living proof that if you work on it, it can be manageable, and you can live your day-to-day life and actually get up and inspire people and be in your purpose. So don't ever feel like your trauma makes you different in a bad way, because we have our trauma to trigger us to our highest selves. And it's usually your past life, you weren't able to live up to your highest self. I just saw 333. And that's why you ultimately come here and you have all these lessons, because they ultimately bring you to your blessings. So try not to beat yourself up, but it does take a walk down the enlightenment path to be able to say that and not have your ego get in the way, because your ego usually gets in the way and says, but that's not fair, and life's not fair, and I shouldn't have to do this, and the universe hates me, or God hates me. People say that. I've said it before, because you start thinking that, but you start learning on the spiritual walk that this is a human assumption, because God doesn't hate you. God actually loves you, but God operates in the love and light. And if we have choices as humans, and if we decide we're going to operate in the darkness or in low vibrational energy, that is when our realities shift, and it shifts to a not good one. 444, as I say, it's like a dark one, and that's how the darkness takes over. And that's where the manipulation and anything under courage. So 200 is, I believe, courage. Anything under that is like pride, fear, all that. Go check out the Hawkins vibrational scale, definitely, and that'll give you a visual of what they mean, because enlightenment's at the top of the vibrational scale. So when they say, what's your vibe, your vibrating energy, you'll know what they're talking about. I want to briefly explain this Lionsgate Portal because I'm still learning about stuff, and like I said, I was very overloaded when I first started, and so astrology I'm still working on learning it. I'm not an expert by any means, but I do understand it a lot more than I did a few years ago. So this is for somebody, this message right here is for somebody out there who is maybe beating up on themselves, because we get that imposter syndrome. Go out there and you think you don't know enough. When I first started, I didn't think I knew enough to actually go out here and share it with people. And then I had to slowly get into my power of understanding that I'm the teacher and I don't have to create all the information, because that's what we get in the mistake of, is that we have to create all the information to be able to share it. No, you just need to be able to reference it. There's a lot of information out there, but we need to learn how to teach it to people so that people can actually understand it. Because if you're a good teacher, if your pupil actually absorbs the information. I had terrible teachers when I was in school, especially math teachers. So when I grew up, what am I not good at? Math. It takes me a lot to actually sit down and do math when it comes to like algebra and stuff like that. I have to study. I even had a teacher in college. I had a mid the midterm, the last test, and he gave us all the stuff to study, and then I go on there the test day, and the stuff that he told us to study on was completely different than what was on the test. I'm not sure what he thought, because in college you're paying for your classes, so it's not funny, it's not cool. You're gonna have to repay for that class if you flunk out ultimately. And they didn't care. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. I passed that with like a C plus or something, and I studied for that test. So it's just important to not beat yourself up, and know that you have all the elements in your environment right now, believe it or not, that you can go to the next step. It's about being resourceful and using what you have until you get to that next level, and not worrying about what other people think. So we're getting into manifesting here. Today's episode is episode number 54, Lionsgate Portal. It's a heart chakra update, and that's what it's an energetic portal that opens, right? And it helps us to open up our heart chakras, because we're trying to go into this 5D consciousness, and that means that we need to have opened up heart chakras. So the reason why it's important for you to know about this day to day is because if you're unaware of it and it's an energy thing, it's a highly emotional day, because this is all about triggering things from the past to bring them up to resurface so you can release them today. And if you're unaware of that, it's kind of like Mercury retrograde. You're like, what is this? Why am I being triggered so much? So I found this article on Melanie Beckler. She is one of the awesome angel people that I studied when I first got into this. She's part of Hay House. She has a website, asktheangels.com, and this is spiritual guidance, the 888 Lionsgate activation. So integrating the cosmic light codes of awakening with the 88 Lionsgate portal. Every year, on or around the 8th day of the 8th month of the year, there's a cosmic alignment called the Lionsgate Portal, or the Lion's Gateway. The Lionsgate Portal marks a time of increased cosmic energy flowing between the physical and spiritual realms. The astrological and spiritual gateway has roots that go back to the ancient Egyptians, and for thousands of years has been observed and honored as a sacred time of activating energy and good vibes. So the 8-8 Lionsgate Portal is marked by the powerhouse number 88, the sun's presence in astrological sign of Leo, which is the lion, and the rising of the star Sirius on the horizon. Sirius is often associated with the expansive qualities of the planet Jupiter and carries an energetic impulse for action and accomplishment, providing an open window for manifestation and consciously co-creating with the natural energy to manifest blessings in your life. As the star Sirius rises in the night sky, Orion's belt directly aligns with the Pyramid of Giza, and from our perspective on Earth, it appears that Sirius, the brightest star we can see, comes closer to the Earth. For a little cosmic perspective, the star Sirius is twice the size of our sun and 26 times brighter. This is why the Lionsgate Portal there is such a profound and powerful source of spiritual light available to you during this time. It's like a cosmic holiday emphasizing soul embodiment, celebrating the abundance of life's blessings, attaining elevated spiritual wisdom, nurturing growth, manifesting and harvesting the bounty of the season. This means that the time around the 8-8 Lionsgate is powerful to start manifesting. The 8-8 portal 2023 dates are July 28th to August 12th, 2023, with the peak energies on 8-8, which is today. And the reason why it's called the Lionsgate Portal is because a unique energetic opening to the spiritual world occurs when the sun is in the astrological sign of Leo, the lion. The zodiac sign Leo is associated with the heart center and represents the individualized expression of the divine. The Leo energy is a perfect stage to anchor the ascension codes and energies of higher consciousness broadcast through the star Sirius and through the great central sun. When this alignment happens, there's an intense surge of light and positive energy which awakens DNA, activates the human energy field, and transmit higher vibrational frequencies and light codes of awakening, light codes of ascension, mastery, and evolution from Sirius, sometimes called the spiritual sun, pour towards Earth, offering humanity another level of activation and opportunity for progression on the ascension path. The Lion's Gateway energy is about more fully awakening your divine light and embodying divinity to manifest your dream life within a physical form. And so I really wanted to share that with you. And again, that's on askangels.com, Spiritual Guidance, the 888 Lionsgate Activation by Melanie Beckler. Very important to know these things, though, because whether, if you don't believe it, then I guess this isn't the podcast for you. But, you can always learn something, because sometimes it takes time to understand new ways of thinking. 1313, as I'm saying that. Ultimately, today is about eliminating irrational fears, unhealthy habits, and repetitive patterns. The need to be fit in, or the need to be accepted, liked, or comparing yourself to others. It's all about releasing that feeling of unworthiness, any harmful beliefs or that you have created, maybe in a lower vibrational energy, and toxic connections. These can't go to the next level with you. And if we're eliminating the 3D consciousness, that's why there's a big download right now you're seeing energetically with all the readers that are talking about karmics and releasing this karmic energy. For one, they're speaking their truth. That's why a lot of us are speaking truth about karmic things that have happened, because that's how you eliminate it. The truth, it has to be set free by the truth. And the truth will that's why it's the truth will set you free. But once you illuminate it with the light, that's kind of what the Lionsgate Portal is doing. It's illuminating, because if you look on the tarot deck, the card of Leo is and the sun. I'm seeing the sun and the Leo, but it's just about strength and power and divinity. And if you look on the Leo card, the strength card, though, which is the Leo card, she has a number 8 on her crown, and that is 8 is a number of infinity. It's also a number tied in with karma. So definitely 888 is a number also tied in. 8 is a number tied in with abundance. That's why it's a highly manifesting day to day. Things that you should be working on receiving and be open to receiving today is the ability to easily attract and manifest. Put that mindset in your mind today. It's all about empowerment, courage, confidence, fearlessness, having more passion for adventure, creating more adventures in your life. Go do something adventurous today. Focus on your blessings and abundance, but focus on the blessings and abundance that have already come to you. Don't worry about when the next big thing is going to come, because ultimately the only thing that is really true in this life is right now. 1555, as I say that, your destiny has a blueprint, but your future is not created. It's being created by every thought you're putting out. 1606, 606 is a number of relationships. What's a relationship look like with yourself? Because that ultimately reflects on how you're going to have relationship with others. That's why they say you have to love yourself first before you can love others. So I want to share with you some affirmations to help you today, and you can repeat these to help you get more in the alignment flow of abundance. So I am abundant in all areas of my life. My life is filled with wealth, prosperity, and success. I am attracting everything I want to in my life. I am free to follow my dreams. And so it is. Amen. So thank you so much for being here, beautiful souls. I am going to be putting out a channeled message for the Lionsgate Portal today. I'm going to share with you an angel message if you're resonating with this energy right now and you're a light worker. Spirit really wants me to share this message before I hop off here, and then I'm going to give an abundance manifesting message of Lionsgate Portal on my other daily messages. But all right, let's get into this one. First of all, Spirit, first and foremost, is asking you to check out a 3D consciousness. Start connecting with your 5D bliss. Ultimately, the 5D consciousness is all about unity, and Spirit wants you to know we're all one and the same, and that's why it's important for you to let go of comparing yourself or trying to fit in, because at a soul level we all fit in. It's this ego consciousness, which is a 3D level, that makes it where people don't fit in, and that creates separation and fear. Spirit showing 4040 and wants you to know that this angel number means that you're on the right path. Work in a manner right now that best serves you and your purpose in order for this outcome to manifest to your highest good. You are on the right path and attracting all the blessings in your life, and you're ready to welcome new beginnings, new love into your life, especially new love for yourself. Now is your time. The odds are definitely in your favor, especially if you are some kind of performer, singer, or influencer out there. I'm definitely hearing this is a confirmed life purpose, and you are naturally confident. If you aren't feeling naturally confident or telling yourself I couldn't do that, that's where you need to work on your solar plexus. Today is also a day of opening up your solar plexus. Yellow is a good color to wear because it's all about courage. If you have to go and do performances, Spirit is saying to mix in yellow and blue, and this will help you with your throat chakra and your solar plexus when you get in front of crowds, so you don't get into your head. I'm hearing there's karmic readers or karmic spiritualists out there that are maybe giving readings on you to the karmics. They're also part of the spiritual attacks and the evil eye energy that you've been receiving. But these are fake readers, so try not to get too wound up in that energy of the karmics, because I kind of laugh because first of all, God's in charge of your messages that you get, and when you don't play by the rules and God gave you your gift, He doesn't always take them back. Sometimes He'll just throw in extra stuff that doesn't mean anything just to let people get in their heads and think about stuff, because I've seen it happen. Because why did one reader give a whole different reading than another one? That is because either A, they were just making up things, or B, they were really downloading things. 2022, as I say this, and their downloads were from mischievous little gremlins, because usually karmic readers connect with karmic spirits, like Jezebel spirits. That's why a lot of them are a little cray cray with how they're reading cards and putting their boobs out. I can't talk about trauma and think about lust at the same time. So that's why it's not a good idea in my perspective, or I won't do it, because when I do readings, you're not going to see me be overly exposed, because it's even guys that I've talked to say that it confuses them. They're not taking that reader seriously, because it's either A or B. They're either gonna want their lust, or they're gonna want to deal with their family problems, and usually their lust is to cover up their family problems. So you're just re-triggering that wound of them being promiscuous, really, to be honest. And I don't know why I'm even going off on this. Spirit, I'm downloading this, and Spirit wants me to know, I guess because it's about karmic readers, but I don't really care what you wear. But the thing is I've had people be inappropriate when I'm giving readings, and I'm really confused. Like, I know that you are surrounded by toxic, evil energy, and you are a straight demon if you can get into both energies at the same time. And it shouldn't make you aroused by traumatic stuff, by talking about traumatic stuff. And it's really weird, guys, but it's happened to me. I've and that's where I've learned out about karmic readers. So if you guys have a karmic reader, just put your faith into God and ask God to help protect you, and put the armor of God around you, because God's just spicing it up. If they're going to spread lies, hey, why not spice it up and let them believe what they're going to believe, because God's going to show them the truth in the end. Okay, but He's not going to give them the lowdown about you. So don't be worried about them going to other readers finding out about you, because you are divinely protected. That's ultimately what this is coming down. And divine message 101 is significant. A prophetic word of Isaiah 54:17. No weapon that is formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and the righteousness is of the saith the Lord. So know that you're protected, and you don't have to worry. Also, there's a confirmation here, something connected to the eastern United States. Spirit wants you to know you're a healer, but you're not everyone's healer. Show them empathy, but release that sympathy. There are pieces of the story you don't know. Karma, signed karma. So everything's going to come out in the wash. Spirit is saying they can't keep up with their lies, and keep speaking your truth to enlighten the shadows, because the more that you speak your truth, the more that people the ones that are holding lies against you are eventually going to have to speak up, because they're just like today's a very highly energetic portal day. The same thing with them. What goes up, I'm hearing, must come down. So no need to worry. God has your back. Karmics are telling on each other. Divine protection is enforced. Stay in high vibration. So everything happens for a reason. And so all these messages these karmic readers think they're getting, when it comes to, now they're getting it when it comes to spying on you. So if somebody thinks they're going to go spy on you and get all this information, Spirit's not going to give them the truth to them. They're going to give it to you, because only you need to access your Akashic records. So just know that there's a little catch-22. Know that this is going to happen within weeks, months. So I feel like within at least a month or two, you're with it. For some people, it's going to be the next couple weeks this is happening. But your guardian angel is definitely protecting you during this, and the bee energy is around you to help you trust in miracles. This is a symbol of wealth, good luck, and prosperity, and a confirmation that your house is on the way. So keep working with Archangel Raphael to heal your wounds. And today, especially, work on reflecting on the past, but don't condemn yourself to the past. You were in a different energetic space, and we were all karmic at one time. The reason why you don't stay karmic is because you actually step out of that energy of the karmic wheel of doom, gloom, shame, and guilt, and you actually start taking accountability and you actually start doing it different. And that's how you stop becoming karmic. So you can always choose, there's a choice to choose to not to be karmic. How about that? So that's why I lose respect for karmics, because they straight up don't want to do it, and they are putting their foot down. I'm not going to do it. You're not going to make me. God's not going to make me, and I'm going to do what I want. And that is not the attitude to have, especially if we're going into 5D consciousness. This is something you should have had maybe in the 3D consciousness of 1900s. But we're not in the wild, wild west days anymore. And we can't just come up on our horse and take over a town and scare everyone into making them do what we want to do. We have to learn how to work together. There's a new beginning spirits trying to create, and new adventures that await us. But Spirit wants you to reflect on the karmic law number 12, law of significance and inspiration. Rewards are a result of the energy and effort we put into it. So you get in this life what you put out into it. And thoughts are things. You got to remember, thoughts are things. So you're going to have to start slowly, gradually grabbing on to the reins of that chariot in your mind and slowing it down 2711 as I say that, and know that you have the power. Maybe some human came and told you you were powerless, you're ignorant, you're this and that, but you're not those things. Those were just things that were said to you to exert control and to take away your power. And so it's important for you to become aware of this, and that's how you're going to open up your third eye. But you can't force your third eye to open until your soul's ready. So you can do as many meditations and all this craziness as you want, but ultimately it comes down to getting to your inner child level and starting accepting those things, even the bad things that happened, and know that it all came for a purpose. The purpose may not be clear to you right now, but in the end, there's all a purpose behind everything. And sometimes you might need to dig a little deeper to find out what exactly that purpose is. But again, everything is about to come out in the wash. Speak your truth to enlighten the shadows. Earth angels are assisting you. Spirit wanted me to repeat that to you. Divine protection is enforced because you got Avenger angels, you got your ancestors, you got like so many people around you, and somebody out there is definitely a holistic queen. They love nature, they practice metaphysical, spiritual things, very health conscious on this spiritual awakening, maybe vegan, addicted to crystals and divination. It's important for you to not ignore your repetitive thoughts. Your angels are answering a prayer through them. Synchronicities are being sent your way. Pay attention. No such thing as coincidences right now. Prayer is where you request your need. Meditation is where you receive your answer. And Spirit wants you to also ask what kind of animals are around you, because that's also significant. I'm hearing crows are around somebody, and that's significant of a spiritual, it's like a spiritual ego death you're going through, but you're also going on a spiritual awakening. This could also be, if crows are around certain people, be cautious because those people could be shapeshifters, and this is a warning. Also, they come 2929 as I say this. I'm hearing the death of gossip is about to slowly start happening for you. because you are divinely protected right now. And so it's important for, especially a certified chakra healer out there, or if you work with energy, or you need to go buy yourself some sound bowls, because this will start helping you clear out that negative energy. If you're tired of being karmic, you don't have to be. You just have to start taking accountability. And that's the one thing a lot of karmics have a hard time with. But there is support out there for you. And just ask your angels, angels, please help me. I'm also hearing there's a gray collar worker out there, maybe somebody in customer support, an EMT, a medical worker, military personnel, even a funeral director. This message applies to. Definitely, you need to know that you're divinely protected, and they know they're saying to put out your extrovert power, and don't be afraid of social settings, because you're a natural extrovert and you've got very good negotiation skills, but maybe your trauma has kind of kicked you back to where you don't feel like yourself, but you have customer service skills to the max, and you go above and beyond for clients. So maybe in your workplace, I feel like there's some karmic bosses or other workers that are getting you in your head, making you not feel good enough. I'm hearing that you need to close them out, because they're just trying to get you off track, and because they want your job. That's what I just heard. So don't get into all that energy, especially today, because today is an emotionally highly charged day for people. So understand that and think about it 3131 as I say that, before you jump onto people or react. I'm hearing don't react to people, and don't react to your own trauma either. Just reflect. It's more a day of a reflection. Here's the letters for today: DK, UT, GM, TA, and then I heard Utah Game Time, BX, IS, MJ, PY, and then I heard Tina, Leta, Fern, Tony, Billy, June, Juniper, Caesar, Cesar, Julie, Joy, Jenny, and Pete. And the song for today is A-OK. Living in this big blue world with my head up to in outer space. I know I'll be A-O, A-OK. I know I'll be A-O, A-OK. When I see trouble come my way, I'll be making lemonade. I know I'll be A-O, A-OK. That's a song. All the links are down in the description box. Beautiful souls, Spirit is saying, here's a sign from God. Everything's gonna be A-OK. Confirmation that your intuition is right, and you have heightened intuition at this time, and divine action is definitely in timing. Angels are protecting you. Manifest your heart's desires, beautiful souls, and don't let anyone steal your shine or dull your sparkle. Love and light, beautiful souls. I love you. Your angels love you, and God definitely loves you. Have a blessed day.